Hey, and welcome to my kind of late reviews. So last week there was 3 big games that came out. We were expecting 2, and we got a third thanks to the Microsoft conference. The week started with Forspoken, which I was probably one of the only people that played the demo and was kind of excited about it. And then we got the surprise, probably sleeper hit of the year in Hi-Fi Rush. And then we got the Dead Space remake. And last week I beat all 3. So here are my kind of quick reviews of them. I'll start with Forspoken, because that did come out first. And it's also the last one I beat, because I really kept looking for any excuse not to play it. If I'm being incredibly honest, it's bad. I give it a 6.
6 out of 10. Pretty shitty game.
Mainly because the last hour or so had decent writing, and the traversal is fun. Some of the combat is fun. I mean, it's a little complicated, and just switching between magic and all that stuff can be kind of a pain in the ass and all that shit. But the traversal is really fun. The only problem is there's nowhere to fucking go. This game feels like it was created by an AI, like an AI algorithm. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Like, the world is bland, the story is bland. There's nothing really to enjoy. Like, the dialogue feels very forced and just completely unnatural. Like, she cusses all the time for no good reason.
Fuck that!
And I cuss all the time. I've probably already said a shit ton of bad words in this. But she feels like, I don't know, like she's trying to fit in cuss words. It's painful. The game stops randomly all the time, either to talk to you, to tell you the story. Like God of War Ragnarok, that was one of my biggest gripes about that, was that it would make you slow walk and just dump exposition on you, because it felt like it should have been 2 games instead of 1. I mean, the last 8 hours of the game are fantastic and perfectly paced and balanced, and I mean, you can't walk away and not have a good fucking time with that game.
Really awesome game.
Stops, not slow walk, stops you. And then this pops up all the time too. Every time you're going to the next checkpoint, the first big boss, it pops up 3 times. It's like, oh, checkpoint. Oh, do you want to keep going? Oh, do you want to keep going? Yes. Why would I want to spend any more time in this world? There's nothing to do. Like, it feels like I said, it feels like an AI created this land. There's no interesting things to find out there. Everything will be on one of the little dots on the screen. It will tell you where to go. There's no hidden Easter eggs or anything. There's nothing hidden in this world. There's nothing interesting. There's no stories to uncover. It's bland. Like, it just feels like an AI was like, this is what a video game should be. So, painful game. It probably should have gotten lower. And it may have gotten higher had Hi-Fi Rush not come out. Because Hi-Fi Rush is a super polished, super fun game. I am not into rhythm action games. I'm not into rhythm games. I have no rhythm. In fact, it took me about halfway through this game before I started feeling the beat. But once I did, oh my god, like, the combat just fucking starts working. The people that worked on there's a couple people that worked on Devil May Cry that worked on this game. One of the guys worked on Bayonetta. Like, they have this action game. I mean, despite, having tons of horror experience at Tango Gameworks, having directed Resident Evil 4, fucking Evil Within 1 and 2, obviously. But they surprisingly have a lot of action game experience. This is one of the funnest action games I've ever played. From start to finish, the story is fun. I love the characters. Chai might be a little goofy or whatever, but he's balanced by his team. And I hope that this becomes a franchise for Microsoft. Like, we need a Hi-Fi Rush 2.
10 out of 10, super awesome
sooner rather
game.
than later, because it is great. But yeah, no, game is great. 10 out of 10. And then Dead Space. I'm gonna give it an 8. I probably would have given it a 9 had I not played Hi-Fi Rush, because I was so high up on that when I got to Dead Space, it was just like, yeah, I've played Dead Space before. I loved Dead Space the first time around, and my only complaint was the ending, because I thought it was just kind of a cheesy one-off, like, jump scare stupid thing. And they didn't change it. I mean, he does talk now, so I mean the story actually does come across better. So I mean it's not exactly the same. It is better than the first time you played Dead Space. It feels like a prettier version of a game from 10 years ago, which is not bad. I love it. I mean, it's a solid 8, and 8 is not bad for me. 8 is
Not bad.
good. It's definitely go by. But I mean, if you're gonna play something right now, play Hi-Fi Rush.